One day a man, who is also a dog, but also a man, was propelled into the future, becoming Man Dog Man of the Future.
Good morning to you, good morning to you. This will be a very special day.
Good morning, Internet. Today I am joined once again by Bulldog, who I believe is in the year 2040. Hello, Koala. It's been quite a ride since I left the hospital. Indeed. So this week started with news of a potential new Sony controller that can change temperature. The haptics warming the controller up depending on what's happening within the game. Can you tell us if anything came of this? The DualSense 2 did indeed come to the market, but concern wasn't the only thing it sparked. I managed to try one myself. It was a huge success, until it wasn't. I see. Following on from that, we also had news of Sony working on a remote play dedicated handheld, codenamed the Q Lite. Did this leave any impression in the world? It left an impression on the families that lost their loved ones to it, as unfortunately as I learned through my own experience. It also had the heated haptics. And then there were rumors that the PSVR 2 had already cut production by 20%. A device costing more than the console itself was always going to have to prove its value in games over day one excitement. Even Ozzy Osbourne is currently struggling to sell it. Do things turn around for Sony and the PSVR 2? It was a slow start. It wasn't until it became untethered with the PSVR 2 Pro that things really started to gain some momentum. Unfortunately, I found out a bit too late. It too had adopted the DualSense 2's heating haptics. Yes. Now, of course, here in 2023, the ongoing topic is still the ABK deal, with the CMA recently announcing it's no longer concerned about the impact of Microsoft owning Activision Blizzard King. Sony has now issued a response to the CMA, saying they have found this decision surprising, unprecedented and irrational, and suggesting the CMA should revisit its analysis of Microsoft's incentives. Of course, as every guy knows, there's no better way of getting a relationship to change their mind than calling them irrational. Can you tell us what happened with the ABK deal? The deal went through. Microsoft have owned Activision Blizzard King with great success. So was Sony right to be concerned? Their main concern, particularly when it came to Call of Duty, has always been parity. And one can imagine why. Even as recently as this week, they're reiterating the concern, citing any degradation in the price, performance or quality of play on PlayStation, or delays, would quickly harm their reputation, going as far as to suggest that business would never recover. Yes, it is quite humorous, reading it back, but now, Call of Duty was released the same on each and every platform. But that's not to say the concerns weren't completely unfounded. With Bobby Kotick gone, God rest his soul down there, and Microsoft's handoff approach, Call of Duty did see a delay, conspicuously timed when Sony had an empty holiday release calendar, leading plenty of conspiracy theorists to suggest shenanigans. But when Sarah Bond took over that whip, she collected with viciousness, and now we get 5 Call of Duties a year. Wow. But it wasn't all bad news back then for Sony. Their concern over degradation in price led to Call of Duty not being on Game Pass day one. Oh, really? How did Xbox fans take that? At first they were devastated. Then the realization they could just wait. And then they were just happy that a $1 trillion company was making more money off PlayStation gamers. So how does the gaming landscape even look in 2040? Well, once Xbox filled Game Pass with Microsoft-owned content, they soon put out an app on every TV and platform, eradicating the need for Xbox consoles. These were dark times for the Xbox fanboys, who struggled with the realization they were now fanboying a subscription service. Many lost their battle with their inner demons, whilst others erratically ran off into the wilds, like feral animals. Sometimes the wind carries their moans on moonlit nights. The rest of the Xbox console owners gradually jumped over to Nintendo and PlayStation, as that was the only way to play games that weren't on Game Pass. And thus began the unprecedented console war between Sony and Nintendo. All sanity was lost, toxicity grew to new heights, leading to several Nintendo factories exploding. Nintendo, in financial strife, partnered with Apple and released the ill-fated Wii U 2, a name they would soon realise the blunder of, and the console would never recover. This would accelerate Nintendo into a dedicated streaming service. Streaming had become more and more popular, resulting in drops in hardware sales across the board. Whilst PlayStation's streaming service was struggling, lacking in content and value, Xbox had already bought in EA to add further to its own successful streaming platform. They saw their opportunity and made Sony an offer. Soon Sony reluctantly sold to Microsoft. And now, while streaming apps all compete against each other, the only hardware for fanboys to latch onto are controllers. And today we have the controller wars. And how's that been going? Nintendo was first to release a controller powered by the mind alone, adapting technology from their finger sensor decades earlier. And now, using Sony's controller expertise, I have with me Xbox's own BrainSense controller, which I will demonstrate for you today. Okay. In other news, Quantum Break left Game Pass, leading to PlayStation fanboys to suggest another example of Microsoft lies, only to be quickly humbled by Remedy themselves, suggesting it was down to licensing issues and would soon return. Talks of there being more PC Game Pass subscribers than console causes concern for PlayStation fans. Maybe Microsoft marketing their Xbox consoles would help. Another week, another Xbox controller reveal, this time called the Remix Special Edition, using recycled parts from CDs, water jugs and controllers, all for just £75. Learning from Gran Turismo 7, Capcom add microtransactions to Resident Evil 4 after release, rather than risk having a negative impact on reviews or day one purchases. And Naughty Dog apologises for The Last of Us terrible PC port. Now here's Raccoon with Twittery Corner.
This week on Twittery Corner, we're going to go through some of the reactions on this tweet. So let's see what this little cherub had to say. Why is it Nixus, Ain't Galaxy, or Valkyrie Entertainment working on this shit? I'm here like an asshole waiting for any drops of news regarding factions, or the new IP. And what I've got to read instead is Naughty Dog prioritising fixes for that piece of shit Steam Deck. And that's some damn good reading, because literally the first sentence, Steam Deck players need to wait. Stop being an entitled whiny little kid and go play something. People paid for this product, and they deserve to have it fixed. Because Naughty Dog fucked up and needs to fix it fast, before their reputation gets even worse damaged by this. I think you're overreacting a lot here. Naughty Dog is not one person or one team. The Last of Us Steam Deck is being delayed because peeps already working on the Last of Us PC are fixing the PC version first. No doubt this includes Iron Galaxy, but the lead studio does the PR. Don't need two voices talking. Yeah, Sony putting PlayStation games on PCs biting console owners in the ass. People argue that this is a separate group of Naughty Dog employees working on it, and not those working on factions or the next IP. I say, any employees not working on the console games is a waste of talent.
Bitch, I'm stylish. Glock talk, big t-shirt, Billy.
Agree. Forget the PC and let them focus on actual games. Here's a good example of bottlenecking devs' times when porting games on PC. You're fucking stupid, man. If this upsets you, just wait till Factions is day one PC, so you can moan about them wanting to fix it there all over again. Not fixing it is destroying their image, so of course it's a priority. It's now the lowest scoring game they've ever produced. Naughty Dog is fixing the mess they created at the first place. They're clearly not the world-class studio everyone believed them to be, so they feel responsible for it. Seems like porting PS5 games to PC is a pain in the ass, because PC hardware is dog shit. Who could have seen this coming? Ha ha ha, get fucked, pony. You ponies are second-class clients now. They have to give priority to their top client, PCMR. Wait your turn, it'll come, eventually. Maybe they should develop and release games simultaneously, and not force a separate studio to handle their own creations. Piece of shit Steam Deck, lol. Frustrations for you aside, what's up with the piece of shit Steam Deck? Why the hate? The device is amazing. That thing that you call a piece of shit is an incredible piece of hardware that plays a lot of great games. Put your stupid shit elsewhere, pony, or just shove your PS5 right up your ass. See what you did there. No wonder why every gaming community hates ponies so much. Selfish little shithead you are. PlayStation releasing their games on PC was the biggest mistake they made in the brand's entire existence. This has already done huge damage to the brand's reputation and taken away the uniqueness it had. And now they're pulling releases away from the main games to focus on PC. Damn. I've seen some childlike behaviour tantrums, but this is one of the best. LOL, LOL, LOL. Poor me, I don't get what I want. LOL, LOL. Yeah, LOL. He's really pleased with that one.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
I'd rather Naughty Dog not spend time on PC ports, stick to the PS5. Don't think releasing on PC is worth the effort. This is what PC means to PlayStation. PlayStation games get less priority. New games get pushed down the line to prioritise ports. People are shouting down the rooftops how PC ports should be bad, but others didn't listen, hoping that these PC versions get worse and worse. Yeah, just ignore PC Steam Deck and focus on PS5. If people want to play The Last of Us, just buy a PlayStation 5. Why are you so butthurt about this? LMAO. I wish Sony would just forget about PC ports. I feel a waste of time. But as a PlayStation owner, since PlayStation 1 days, I couldn't care less about the PC versions. Stop wasting time, Naughty Dog, and use the time on doing what you do best, i.e. brilliant PlayStation games for PlayStation consoles. But it sounds like you care about PC versions quite a lot. Got the arsehole bit right. LOL. And that's where we'll leave it this week. This has been Twittery Corner.
Depending on when you are, where you are, and who you are, good morning, good evening, and good night.
Ah, do the Easter bunny pop, pop, step left.